Live, if I believe it, but it says we're live. According to the internet, we have not achieved full liveness. Why do I feel like there's something on my screen? Little pocket lint there or something? Okay. Coffee and eggs, 18 views, 6 days ago. That's the latest live. I don't understand why this can't be a thing. All right. Big gulps, huh? Well, we're gonna have some brown sugar bacon. Unfortunately, it's frozen solid. And why is there not an image for the... I took a picture. That's fine. I don't understand what's happening right now. I took a thumbnail shot. This is brought to you by some fucking artificial intelligence bullshit. There we go. Whatever. Whatever. Let's make some coffee. Disregard the mess. I'm sure life is far more organized than mine, and you've got it all figured out. Congratulations. Fortunately, it's the maid's week off. Why can't I not make this tip down? There we go. Some random kitchen crumbs there. We'll just give them the old sweep. Filling some water in the background. Sorry for the low flow. Go with the classic 3 scoops. Not sure if that's wrong, but that's the way it's going to happen. Oh, I was supposed to put that up on the TV. 1 second, let me mirror this up here real fast. Here, kitchen, launch. Perfection. Nothing but rendering. I can't believe how fuzzy everything is, dude. Like, I think I'm gonna have to get some new equipment. I don't understand. Like, I used to be able to do it and it was all like relatively clear and worked well. And then it's the same equipment, and all of a sudden now it's all like the worst issues, the fuzziest of fuzzies, it's just all that. I'm trying to think, like, the microphone, not the microphone, the speaker that like on my that I use to like use it as a phone, you know that speaker? Just the other day, just like, it sounds like I'm inside of a bucket of water with saran wrap on my, it's just like, what? Like, I didn't go swimming, like, I didn't get it wet, what, just, well, you know, there's a new one out, why don't you buy that, and then, that'll fix your, just, well, yeah, good times. All right, launch that coffee. There we go. I was talking with somebody the other day. They're like, "Why don't you ever cook?" And I was like, "That's a hell of a question." I really thought about it. For some reason, I feel like sausage sticks to the cooking whatever. I don't know how bacon does it. Now, I don't normally cook this much bacon, but unfortunately, it's frozen and solid, and this thick cut bacon. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Completely forgot about that. That's cool. I was doing some kitchen maintenance the other day. Remember, something came up talking about fans, and I've got a fan and a hood in my kitchen, and oh, that's so gross. I went to look at my fan. I'm not gonna show you it because it's disgusting, but I was looking at the thing. I was like, man, that thing looks a little. I think it needs cleaned. Like, maybe I gotta clean that fan. So I dropped the fucking cage down, and now the cage hangs lower than the cabinet there, and I just opened it and just launched a bunch of shit that I don't want to describe down on my cooking surface here. I've actually wiped this. It's fucking gross up there. It had like one of them crinkly filter things that catches the oil and the grease. Yeah, that thing was so goddamn clogged with fucking nightmare sauce. I don't even want to try to describe what I've been cleaning out of it. I mean, that involved like a air compressor, like Dawn Power Wash. I don't think any of them crumbs got over here. When I say crumbs, I'm using that word loosely. Those are not actually crumbs that came out of there. That was some fucking... Yeah. If you've ever been privileged to visit my house in person, you would know what kind of crumbs come out of the ceiling. Wildlife crumbs, if you will. Yeah. That's one of the fun parts about my places. For like at least half of the season, you get to be a trapper. You get to set traps and trap wildlife in the house. Someday I'll tear this piece of shit down in the proper house. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to, like, I don't know, break a slab of bacon into 2 pieces. Is that thing? Why is it so fuzzy, dude? Come on, internet. I'm 4 feet from the router. The router's plugged in. Like, what is... it doesn't even make sense anymore. Like, why is everything like that? I feel like I'm getting turned into a dead downer. Just because everything's so goddamn fucked up. Everything. So that'd be nice if that was the spot to cut it right there. Just 3 pieces, but I don't want just 3 pieces. How many pieces we got here? We're gonna do half of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. 3, 4, 5, right there. I don't think it's gonna work like I want it to. I think it's gonna be a disaster. I mean, how else would it go? Other than full disaster mode. Just like pry bar it. I feel like I'm shaving bacon here somehow. One, two, three. Which is that the 5th or the 6th piece there? I feel like someone's going to get a half piece and someone's going to get a whole piece. Someone's going to be upset. Somebody call foul on their bacon portion. Mr. Shelves, my allocation is not up to that I am familiar with. Fine. Sometimes you don't get what you thought you were going to get. Sometimes you cook 6 pieces instead of... Yep, fuck it. It's holiday weekend, we're going to celebrate. No, let's cut it in half. Make it easier to cook. That's what I should have done, dipshit. Half. God damn, what's wrong with me? Okay, everything's fine. It's all working out. Everything's great. That fucking mouse turds flying from the ceiling. Because the goddamn thing hangs down too low because I haven't got it completely cleaned out and fixed yet because fucking reasons. Everything's fine. Let's get this thing going. I'm just gonna fucking do that. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. It's been a wild couple of whatevers. It's been wild. Alright. Fucking goddamn, dude. Why is this thing? Okay. Nels needs to calm down a little bit. He's getting a little upset. Bacon's not cooperating. I don't know if that's me more the fact that I'm going to have too much bacon today and not enough next time, or I don't even have a fucking clue what's happening right now. Oh, that's so stupid. You'd think I could remember to get the bacon out and thaw it. Put it on my list of things to do. Like, that feels like it's about to break. Why is that so goddamn loose? Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry I broke my foot. Right. So there I was, Sunday morning, Labor Day weekend, trying to cook breakfast. Trying to think of shit that I can talk about on my live stream that isn't going to be put me in timeout in the future. What did I hear someone say the other day? I was like, God, it doesn't even seem. Like all these countries that are on planet Earth that got these these people that don't like people having opinions about things that aren't exactly the way they're supposed to have their opinions oriented. Someone was saying that they're going to start doing shit because I guess the big thing was they wanted to extradite people to England for talking bad about England or just some, you know what I mean? Like, what? Maybe extradite Americans. Or just, the irony of that is just like, okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure we extradited you, England, like, or not extradite, what's the opposite? Sent you packing? Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyways, what somebody said is like, well, what they're going to do is they're just, because like, you know, we're entering the age of no-cost storage on data, right? And I'm not going to say it's no cost. I mean, we're entering the age of cost is not a factor because the people that want to store your data don't care. They have unlimited store your data funds. So all the data has been stored, all stored, internet's forever. Well, they're just going to like, when you, I want to go on vacation because I'm doing well or I don't know, whatever reason. Why do people go on vacation? So they have a story to tell somebody, I guess, or some shit. I really don't even know why people. Anyways, you're just gonna go on vacation one day, and then like you're gonna go to like I don't know some country that sucks, but has cool beaches or whatever, and they're just gonna like arrest you because like when you were in high school and you just turned 18, you said something about somebody, and 30 years later they determined that was a crime. It's just wild, man. It's so crazy. I can't decide if I'm pumped that I was raised so I actually got to see what it used to be like, or if I'm just like depressed the fact that I actually what it used to be like and it's never going to be like that again. I can't decide. Like sometimes knowing is worse than not knowing, and like ignorance is bliss and all that shit. But God Almighty, I just cannot believe the amount of. I don't want to pick on any individual person or call anybody out, but I just like it's just surprising to me. Like no one can remember anything about history. No one can remember when like people who are in charge do certain things and get caught, and that like, well, they're not going to stop doing that shit. It's just going to keep doing it. So like, maybe don't believe that shit anymore. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's just so fucking fucked. Everything's so. I was actually thinking about it the other day. I don't think a single interaction with another human being, and I can't remember for how long, where it wasn't just like some egregious error or some incompetence. Like even basic, like simple shit too, just like simple things. Like I bought some soda the other day, like 12 packs of soda because they were on sale, but they were on as best of sales I think I'm ever going to see. It was basically like buy too much soda, free soda, and I drink soda, so I was like, well, I'm doing that. They couldn't even count the number of sodas correctly to enact the discount. And then like I had to like do like fast math in my head. I had a rough idea what it should have cost. You know, I was born last century where like they made you learn math. You know, even though I'm not great at math, I can only have math memorized or math out. Like I always got harsh for that. I memorize this shit. I was like, well, can you just teach me how to figure it out? Like the way my brain works, my brain doesn't memorize math equations, but if you teach me how to figure it out, I can just do the math. I can figure the math out, and it's about the same thing. Like I'd rather use my memory for like shit that I have to actually memorize that you can't figure out. That's kind of where I was at. Like teach me how to solve problems, but let me memorize shit that can't be solved. Like, you know what I mean? Like whatever. It's just me. So I was doing a little quick math in my head. I was like, I think you're off by like $40 fucking. Like come the fuck on here, people. Because like, you know, soda's a fucking thing you have to think about before you buy now. Like you have to like, I will never recover from this financial transaction type of shit because you just bought some goddamn. I can't imagine what happens if you got a soda addiction, you don't have a spare fridge, and you got to buy this shit every day at the fucking gas station. Like, you got to take a fucking loan out or something. Like, shit's wild. Anyways, this little girl, or sorry, this individual working the cash register, because I don't want to go to jail when I go to England in the future, because I called her a girl. Anyways, she's like, I think you might be right. That does seem kind of high. I was like, yeah, no shit. Like, seems super duper fucking high, because if that's what it costs, I don't want it. God damn, what is happening? So she counted the, oh yeah, I missed one. She had to print the receipt, count the receipt. And I even had the shit stacked up in the increments in which it would make it easier to do the transaction, because I understand. Like, whatever. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's all fine. Mad Max mode. Everything's great. It's all working out. So I got a great story for this week. We'll get it going since, you know, the resolution is about zero DPIs or whatever. I'm looking at it and it's just like potato filmed it. So like, I've been blessed in my life. When I say blessed, I truly mean blessed. Where I live just happens to be geographically located on the Earth, where all the shit of the planet Earth apparently intersects on my corner of my property, so I'm always dealing with bullshit. So if you're a long-time watcher of the video series that I put out on my channel, like, we had the road construction project, where I was blessed with 2 full seasons of road construction. Just me, though. Nobody in the neighborhood, just I was the only one, because of the magical location that I live and the way it intersects the fucking, I don't even know what it is, fault lines, retard lines, whatever, sign that inhibits the ability of standard thinking of a human being without cognitive decline or brain injury, whatever. So like throughout the road construction project, I was dealing with many things. One of them was like I created my house, even though technically and realistically I never lost access to leave on my own free will. Like it was just, but it was always changing how to get in. And like the delivery people kind of, you can't do it because it's too hard. And I'm like, but it's not that hard. You can just drive here. But like, I had to solve that by just like having my packages shipped someplace else. Super convenient when you want stuff delivered to your house. But anyways, you know, I've been to it. I changed my ways to make it happen. Process, there was like problems with the trash because just the logistics of doing trash was super hard. And I've been to that and I tried to play the game and it's all over now. We're all back to normal. Trash is pretty straightforward. It comes every week. I do trash on a Monday. But they changed the recycling in my town to every other week. I can't believe I'm going to tell a recycling fucking story. Every other week. But the blessing of me and my geographic location is the dividing line between this week and that week is down the middle of the road on both sides of me, and I'm on the corner. I'm on the very corner of this week and next week. So like, when I look across the street and see all the houses, a lot of those are next week's, and I'm this week's or whatever. So whatever. I don't make that much recycling and trash, so I don't make enough to put it out often. But like, there's a map on the internet that you can go to, and it'll tell you when you're supposed to put your shit out or whatever. And like, I've been kind of struggling with it. Like, I've had to make some phone calls, like, yo, can you pick my shit up? Like, and like 3 weeks ago, it was like, someone had thrown a trash pile and it was all recycling and like I'm not a hippie. Like I also don't see the point of just being a bag of shit at all moments of your life. Like I don't understand it. So, I generally try to do the right thing when it's an option. So like I was like, oh, I'll just recycle this shit. It was like 3 like plastic bags. Number 4s. I went on the website, checked our number 4s recyclable. Sure are. I was like, all right, I'm gonna fill my can. Oh, it's my week. I can take my full can out. And so I should caveat this with this little bit of the story. When I was having problems with the recycling at my house, I called the city and I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, why can't I get my recycling picked up? And that's when I learned where the bull was, because like, we'll just go with someone I know told me when my recycling was, and it was the same week as theirs was. So I'd always just call that person, be like, is it recycling week? And they'd say yes or no, and I just recycle it that way. Well, I talked to the city, and that's where I found out, oh, you're on the corner. I can't get your recycling picked up because you live in the no man's land part, like where it's hard. And I go, oh, great. I was like, well, what the hell is it? Why is it going down the middle of the road? Why would you use the middle as the dividing line? Why wouldn't you just say, like, this road and that road and make some other arbitrary decisions? But why would you do half a road? I mean, the truck's going to be there. Like, what the hell is that? So what the city told me was, we told them to pick it up on both weeks. So I was defaulted into no alternating week recycling. I can do whatever I want. I was told this to my face, or to my ear, over the phone. It's like, yay! I can recycle whenever I want. I don't recycle that often because I can't fill that goddamn can because it's fucking huge. But when I choose to, I just take it out and not worry about it. Turns out I actually can't do that. So I'm like, well, I'll at least put the stuff out on my week and we'll see what happens. You know, I put it out on my week and they don't pick it up. So I got a call. I didn't pick my shit up. Why didn't you pick it up? Oh, blah, blah, we're real sorry. We'll get to that. And then, like, they came, like, so the way it works, put it out Monday, they pick it up Monday night into Tuesday. They haven't picked it up. You call Wednesday, then they pick it up Wednesday. So your can's out there for like 3 days or whatever. That's fine. Next week, I had another bag of that recycling. I'm like, shit, they told me I could recycle all the time. 100% recycling for me. Take the thing, fill the can, put it out. Dude comes, backs in my driveway, picks the stuff up, comes back later, backs to my driveway again. I was looking around. Because for whatever reason, I was home that day. I don't know if it was raining or what the hell it was, but I was there when they were picking up the recycling. So like, that worked pretty good. Must have got the message across. They pick Elveshelves recycling up yet. Don't be a bum. Yay. A week later, it's all my week again. I got another can. I put it out. They don't pick it up. They don't. I call. I leave a message like, yo, you didn't pick my shit up. Because, like, typically, if I'm out doing stuff, I'm not getting home till like after these places close, which is like the harshest part. Because then you gotta get the message through. So, like, they called me back like first thing Tuesday morning, like, "Oh, hey, we're real sorry. Get that." So, sounds fantastic. Talked to you 2 weeks ago. Told me you were gonna sort that shit out. Sounds like you didn't get it sorted out. Get it sorted out. You know what I mean? Like, because the week I didn't make the map. I don't make the rules. I didn't pick 2 every other weeks. Whatever. It ain't me. I'm just doing what you told me, and what they told me was this is. And you could also do the other week. But they keep missing my actual week. You know, they're missing my week. Leave, come back, still got a can. Tuesday, Wednesday, still got a can. Call him back. What the fuck's going on? Got the guy on the phone. He's like, yeah, no. I don't know. I mean, basically what they tell me is it's not your week. That's the first thing they tell you. And then like each time I was like, well, it doesn't matter because I've been told that both. Anyways, the guy on the phone says, it's definitely your week, but I'm talking with the guy that says it's not your week. And I'm like, what? Yeah, the driver says he picks up your stuff on the other weeks. Yeah, but that's not what the map says. Like, and like, no one's told me this. So I was supposed to use osmosis and just understand that next other is what is happening. And like, the dude ended up calling me like the next day because I didn't pick my shit up. He's all real apologetic. Like, well, let's just start doing you on the opposite week that your week is. And I'm like, how can this be, dude? Like, I don't. What I said is, how many people in this town have to remember that their week for recycling is in fact not the week of their recycling? Like, is that a normal operation within government for certain select citizens that they have to remember that their week, in fact, not their week, and they should do the opposite of their week? Like, it just seems like, God, I don't even know what that word is. Absolutely fucking wrong. Like, change the fucking map. Change my week, dude. Like, brutal. Fucking brutal, dude. Absolutely brutal. And when I'm sitting there, like, having this fucking thrombosis or what the fuck I'm having, trying to figure this shit out, I got a buddy that lives just, like, 3 houses from me. And I've kind of, you know, I drive by his house and like his shits are like out there waiting to be picked up. So I'm figuring like, fuck, he's having the same problems I'm having, whatever. So I was like, I'm just gonna think, what the fuck's up? Like, what I want to know is, what is your understanding of what a recycling program is? And oh, it's fucking crazy. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, when do you recycle? He's like, well, I put it out Monday night like you do. And I was like, which weeks? He's like, what do you? He didn't even know it was alternated week. And what he said was, yeah, I couldn't figure out when the fuck. They could never pick my shit up. He'd call, they wouldn't do it. He just said, fuck it, just started throwing it in the trash. So I started thinking, is that a recycling company strategy? Because like, there's business strategies in life, right? You got to have strategies. Do things for a reason. Like very, very little, in my experience in life, happens through fucking just pure like, well, that worked out. Like, oh, it's magic. Like almost everything's like, we're doing this for a fucking reason. So it's like, are the recycling companies making it fucking impossible to recycle that people are like, fuck this shit, I don't want to recycle. I'm gonna throw that shit in the fucking ocean? Is that what we're doing now? Because like that's where I'm at. I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna throw shit in the trash. It ain't worth it, dude. Like, and then like, so yeah, the dude on the phone is like, I'm gonna give you my personal number. If you ever have a problem, you can call me. He said, you know what? What you can do, you can text me when you want to put your recycling out, and we'll just send a truck over, make sure to get it. I'm thinking, the fuck out of here. Like, now I gotta text you to come get my recycling? No. The bill comes monthly for the fucking service. Like, we're not doing a la carte. I'm gonna call you when I need you to do your work, unless you're gonna tell me. Like, we could talk at that point. Like, if you want to do a gig where, like, I call and you pick up and you send me the bill and I don't pay that shit otherwise, yes, count me the fuck in on that. But, like, otherwise, you drive by every time it's my time and you look in my fucking driveway and you look and see. There, pick it up. If not, you drive by. Like, that's the way it's supposed to work. I don't fucking understand this shit. Makes my brain hurt so fucking hard. Because it's not that complicated. Like, it literally is not that fucking complicated. Alright, let's make some fucking croissants. These might be questionable. I'm not saying the economy that we live in, I have to eat expired fucking food, but I'm saying I might be eating some expired fucking food, the economy we live in. So let's have some expired croissants. How bad could they possibly be? Alright, here we go. This is croissants in a can. If they're like, they smell funky, I definitely won't eat them. Sometimes the old croissants get stuck in the back of the fridge and you forget about them. Then next thing you know, fucking a lifetime just went and your croissants still haven't fucking been eaten. So let's pull this bacon out first. Hopefully these. Whatever. It's just like fucking recycling, dude. Like, and like, I've lived where I live for over, well, I'm not going to tell you how long I've lived here. I've lived here since last century. How about that, kids? And since last century, I've only had to call about garbage one fucking time in my entire, just until very recently. And that's because some lazy that worked for the trash company didn't want to wait till his job was supposed to start. He started early, because like back in the day, they used to drive around and count cans to figure out capacity. Whoa! That just exploded on its own. Did you hear that? That was crazy. Scared the shit out of me. The croissants just self-deployed. That was wild. Okay. We'll sterilize that. How fucking easy. Don't smell bad. They're definitely a little, what's the word for them? Looser than normal, but here. It smells like dough. I'm not scared. And I guess if I don't live stream next week, it was the croissants. Tell the inspector. Tell Inspector Crusoe that Elves ate old croissants because you gotta take a fucking loan out to buy groceries now. Jesus Christ. I had plans for these croissants. I was going to do something. I can't remember what it was. I think I was going to make like a pizza or something. Yeah, it passes the sniff test. There's starving children in a place that I'm not familiar with that would love some expired croissants. Oh, I'm not even filming the poison croissant operation here. Sorry. We're gonna air fry these. Package said that they were good to air fry, good to go. So I believe the package. I'm a firm believer in the package. And when I say I'm a firm believer, I believe that the package is probably lying to me. I don't believe anything anymore. I think it's all lies. Everything's lies, even the package. I don't know what the package is trying to tell me. I just know that I don't totally believe more. Does that make sense? Some of these are looking a little... what's French but not French? You're looking very Canadian. Is that a thing? If it's you're French but you're not actually French. These are Canadian croissants. Not quite up to the standard of that. One might be a little funky. That's all right. I got like 2.5 croissants here. I don't really know what to do with those. We'll just make some underwhelming ones. Whatever. Let's turn this one into one. Get my Tetris brain going here. That's looking pretty croissanty right there. Give it the old roll. Wompty wompty weempty womp. Beebity boop dee beep dee bonk. Alright, how'd we do? They're definitely going to touch. All I gotta do now is read the instructions that I figure out. Are those French? No, they're Canadian. Those are Canadian croissants because they're expired. Oops. Because they're expired and fucking probably poisonous. God almighty. Forgot to flip my bacon. You sad. So yeah, like the recent thing, I'm just like, come the fuck on, can we just get it sorted? Like, so now I got the private number of the dude that I can call. It's like, dude, I don't ever want to talk to you. Like, and I'm not harshing people that do that for a living. Like, that's fine, do that. Probably pays his bills with that shit. But like, one of the things I don't do for a living is like to call people and be like, why the fuck doing the thing that's just what you do? Like, I don't understand it. Like, sorry, sir, the truck broke down, lit on fire. Gotcha. But like, sorry, sir, the guy just didn't want to. Like, that's what I'm getting. Or air fryer. Roll up, air fry 300. Do not preheat. 5 minutes. 5 minutes at 300. That doesn't seem like long enough. Oh, please. Let's do live cam on this fucking air fryer business here. This thing's fucking amazing. Power 350. We'll take that down. Actually, let's try to find a. We'll just probe around here looking for something closer. 8 minutes. No. 380, no. 25 minutes. 328, that's close. We'll just go to there. We'll time temp it down to the old fiber there and launch. I like how it's the play button. Get the fuck out of here, play. Well, they're too stupid to figure out how to start the thing. Put a play button on it. Yeah, that'll help. Cook 5 minutes, remove basket, use tongs, turn, over rolls, cook another 4 minutes. I gotta flip the fucking biscuits? I did get a suggestion to make biscuits and gravy, which I do one of these days. The old biscuits and gravy. I've done that before live on the internet. Could be disastrous. Oh yeah. So I don't know how my recycling is going to get done. Apparently not in a timely manner that I'm used to. I was just blown away about how shitty they are at like letting people know what the fuck's up. I mean, absolute trash. And they're like, lady in charge of the city, she's like not around, so like I'm talking to a person who doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on, doing their best, and I'm like, well, I mean, realistically, I'm kind of like, I don't fucking care when my recycling is. I prefer it every week just because that's easier. But what I think is strange is that like they're going with do it the week we tell you. Like, I'm not even exaggerating like that. That's like, don't do it when we tell you. Just do it when you're not supposed to do it. That's when you're supposed to do it. It's like, dude, is there a secret handshake? Did I get in the club? Like, what's happening? Don't do what we tell you. Do the opposite, and then it'll work. It just seems like what does that seem like? That seems exactly the fucking whatever it is we're experiencing right now. Whatever it is supposed to do the opposite of that. That'll work out great. Let's see how these shitters are looking. Okay. They're looking super Canadian. Get a thought crime. Alright. What's weird is I could have swear to Christ that I saw a chat come up, right? I saw someone write, "Are those French?" And then there's nothing in chat. So like, even the internet doesn't fucking work anymore. Like, I just need to breathe a little bit. I just need to calm down. I need to enjoy the ride. The Titanic is sinking. I need to enjoy the music. That's where I feel like the whole fucking world is right now. It's like, dude, can you just enjoy the music as the boat goes down? Like, what's wrong with you? You can't even enjoy the fucking sinking of the ship with the good music going. Fuck out of here. That's so ridiculous. Just sit back and relax, dude. If you just gone through the self-checkout, the person wouldn't have fucked up your order. I'm like, God damn, dude. It wasn't like I bought 300 packs of soda. It's more than any normal person should have ever bought, but like, it's just the way I kind of, oops, let me not film what I'm doing at all here. It's just the way that I operate, man. Like, in my life, I have arranged my life and so I have a spare full-size refrigerator that's not for food. No fridge. Get your food out of my fridge. It's for drinks, man. Put drinks in that fridge. And then whenever you want to drink, you know what you do? You go to that fridge and drink out. And I try to keep it as full as possible. That way there's always drinks. It's like when my guests come over. I don't want them to go without a drink. I want my guests to have a drink. Hospitality and such. Oh, we're out of water. Oh, please. Get another bucket of water. I mean, there's some food in there, but like, I guess I grew up with a basement, and that was the beer fridge. Like, it held beer and it held like a really fucking old thing of molasses. That's what I remember as a kid. And my dad would send me down after work to get him a beer, and then I would go down there and I'd grab a beer and I would shake it up because I thought that was fucking hilarious. They says flip those. I says no. Ah! You son of a bitch. What was it, 4 minutes? Oh, I'm sitting here doing math in my head. Oh, there's a deer right there. There's a deer right out my window. Like right out my window, just jumped up the bank. Can't show you though, he just ran away. I mean, whatever, that's fine. That's fine. Shit. So yeah, I got a chat there and it doesn't show up in chat. And I mean, whatever. That's fine. Blend. Oh, you know what works better is if you plug it in. Plug it in. Alright, here we go. Perfection. Oh man, this bacon's pretty good. Let's turn that off for a second. Let's gonna cook some eggs here in a second, but we're in the process of making juice. So like, I was playing my video game because like apparently that's my whole life just turned into me playing a video game now. It's like one of the few places I can go where I just don't have to deal with like people who can't count to 12 or whatever. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's definitely people I play video games with that can't count 12, but like I occasionally can just like, I don't know, I can be in charge and then I just get to do whatever the hell I want. I got people following me. That's pretty fun. So there's always new people coming in and old people leaving. It's just the nature of like those games. And I shut that thing off. Why is it still smoking? So there's always like somehow my YouTube channel came up the other day. And someone's like, dude, you should do a blog. They were enjoying the stylings of Elveshelves never shutting up when he was running around, I guess. So they're like, you should do a blog. And I'm like, I've got a live stream I do every Sunday, or almost every Sunday, where I cook breakfast and eat. And they're like, what the fuck do you do? I was like, I cook, then I just shit talk my week. All the stupid shit that happened all week. And if someone says something in chat, I'll talk about that, I guess. I don't fucking know. Alright, I just realized I was about to pour that. Well, if I could do it with my right hand, I'll try left-handed, because my right hand ain't what it used to fucking be, which fucking makes me mad as fuck. Here we go. We'll do two hands. Commit. Commit. Commit to the pour. Excellent. Oh, and then when I took the lid over, I ended up spilling. Did I? Did the stream stop? Because my fucking, this thing stopped. What the fuck is happening right now? Oh, this internet shit is so garbage. My stream just shit out for no reason on my end because, you know, why would it stay live? Oh, this episode brought to you by Harbor Freight. Oh, God. Just when you thought you made it in the world. Just when you thought you made it. This episode brought to you by Go Macro. I don't even know what the hell that is. I think it's hilarious that I make several pennies by cooking breakfast on Sunday and screaming at the internet. I think it's fun. I enjoy it, actually. Let's think about it the other day. I'm probably gonna have to put Elveshelves on my fucking tombstone, aren't I? Like, how else am I gonna find all this shit? That's probably a thing right now. If it's not a thing, it's going to become a thing, because what I've realized and I don't know how this shit is your online the same as your offline? Like, there's going to have to be some sort of, I don't know what it's going to be called. Or why is that reflection on my bacon grease? Let's cook an egg. I don't even know if I'm live right now. I'm in a fucking spinny wheel of doom. The commercials come through crystal clear. I don't have a really good thumbnail for some fucked up reason. It says I'm live. I don't care. I'm just going to keep going. But like, spatula. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like, what is the difference in when you're a person and you're doing real things? You know, you're a real life human being doing real life stuff. You're doing things, right? Like, you leave your front door, you go out the door, you go out the street, you jaywalk, you get a ticket, you get arrested, right? That's because you're out doing things. That's a real thing. But what happens if, like, right now we're brought to you by Radco. I can't even, like, I just get nothing but commercials now. All right, so I walked out my front door. I got a ticket for jaywalking. Okay. I get a job in Hollywood as an actor, and part of the scene is I have to walk across a road, which is jaywalking. Do I get a ticket? No, obviously don't. You're acting in a film. It's make believe. It's real. The street was blocked off. It's a set. It's make believe, right? It's not real. That's not a great example because it's on a set. You do something else. I'm trying to think of a great example. Something that if you did it in a movie, it would be okay because it's make believe. I don't know. You dressed up as a villain from a previous war, and you make a movie about that. Okay, you can win an Oscar for that shit. You dress up as one of those villains, you go outside, and people get mad at you. That's fine. What's the difference? Well, one's real, and one's like a make-believe thing that was filmed, and then it's for entertainment purposes. So I guess my next question is like, well, then what do you think is real on the internet? Like, is this real? Like, is this video now I'm doing, is this real? Is this a real video, or is this a fictional, made-up scenario of a guy cooking breakfast in his kitchen? And like, if the guy is filming himself making breakfast in the kitchen and he says, yeah, this is real, but what if it's not real and it's a script and the words in the script say it's real, you know, at what, you know what I'm saying? Like, how's that work? I think the answer is whatever doesn't work out for the individual to the best of their personal interest is what's going to happen. Now, if you're out in public doing stuff, filming yourself, then I guess you're in public, but like, I don't, like, does anybody else see what I'm saying here? I'm not some retarded shit that doesn't make any sense, but I mean, I recently had a situation where my YouTube channel came up in a very real setting. Which, you know, it's my YouTube channel. I put what I want on there, but like, part of me was thinking is like, well, it's a YouTube channel. Is it a documentary, or is it a, like, what is the reality of a YouTube channel? Is it, or is it what you label it? Like, if I say, if I put in the description, this is all make believe, is that becomes make believe? Because I just wrote the words, it's make believe. Is that the, you know what I'm saying? If you write a novel and you call it fiction, does it make it fiction? What if you write a nonfiction book, but then you call it fiction? Is it still nonfiction, or does it become fiction? Like, how does? I mean, I don't know the answers to these questions. So I guess the point of this was, in the future, are you going to have a real life persona and an online persona? See, I personally have an online persona. When in real life, I have a real name associated with my social security number, associated with my home address, all that shit. 100% when I'm online, I'm Elveshelves. That's who I am online. So my question is, where, how, and when does Elveshelves and the real Elveshelves, you know, the one in the real one, when and how do they overlap? Right? On my YouTube, my channel's called Elveshelves. So if I have the neighbor kid come over, stand behind the camera, and film, upload to my YouTube channel, is that me in the real world? I'll come up with a name for myself. We'll call me John Doe. How about that? Call me John Doe. So John Doe has the neighbor film something and uploads it to his YouTube channel, Elveshelves. Did the neighbor film it, or did John Doe film it? And what's the reality there? Like, if my neighbor, if my neighbor films himself throwing eggs at cars and he shows it to me, and I think it's funny, I put it on my channel and there's no audio, do I get in trouble if someone like watches the video and says, "Hey, that was my car. I got hit by an egg. It was on your channel. You're Elveshelves, but it wasn't me. Who was it?" Well, I'll plead the fifth. Maybe, I don't know. Do I have to tell you? Like, how does it work? Like, how does this actually work? Quite interesting. I know the powers that be are desperately trying to 100% attach your online to your, saying it's you, it's you, it's you. Which, I mean, I'm not going to say it's not you. But is it you? I feel like the answer is whatever it is that fucks regular people over It helps the bags and shits of life get it sorted out, is what it is. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's so wild to watch happen. I think it's beyond cognitive dissonance at this point. There's something more than that. It's like automatons. It's the fluoride, maybe? It's a combination of a lot of things. Too much stress, too much overstimulation. People just don't have time. People love being told what to do. They've always been, like, since the dawn of time, people have just been told what to do. And they're just like, yeah, I'm for that. Whatever you say, authority figure. Yeah, that's the worst. Can you believe that? And, like, shit that's like, what is real anymore? Like, what's a lie? What's a truth? It was a truth until it was determined a lie, but we figured it out later, so it doesn't matter. Like, how does that work? I can always think of, like, wild stuff that, like, no one really argues anymore. It's like, did you know there was no such thing as a mountain gorilla? There was no such thing as a gorilla. Forever. Despite people be like, dude, I was in the forest and I saw this giant ape. It was crazy. Silverback. Thing was aggressive. They're like, no, it's not real. It wasn't real. And then at one point, a person with some sort of like academic credentials got involved. And then at that point, it's like, yep, that's real. It's a real thing. After saying, since the dawn of time in all recorded history, there's no such thing as a silverback gorilla, as soon as the proper arbiter of truth arrived, determined his determination, now there are gorillas. Same thing with panda bears. There was no such thing as a panda bear. Despite regular folks being like, yeah, I saw a panda bear. They're like, no, you didn't. There's no such thing. A bear that eats bamboo, get the fuck out of here. There's no such thing as bears that eat bamboo. Bears eat meat. They're omnivores. And the guy's like, no, for real. They're like black and white. They eat bamboo. And it's like, no, it's not real. And then like some arbiter of truth showed up. It's like, you know what? Turns out I have panda bears now. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. What are we doing about all those years when you told all the people there was no such thing as fish? It's like, nah, moving forward, man. Why are you living in the past? It's like, but that's real. And that was like back before there was like really like reliable video and photography. Oh, I just spilled egg yolk on my shoe, my crock. So now we're living in the world where like there's video of shit going on, and then we're supposed to just like wait for the truth tellers to tell us what we have to wait for the truth tellers to tell us what we saw, and then we can say, yeah, that happened that way. It's like, well, did your fucking eyes? Do you have the ability to think on a room temperature IQ level? Like, I mean, I know it's not for everybody. Like, don't believe your lying eyes. Don't believe your lying ears. Experts say. And like, and then later on, it's like, well, it turns out we might have got that one wrong. Sorry, guys. This shit's so crazy, dude. Like, part of me thinks, man, it must be hard to be like an evil piece of shit trying to take over the world because it's so much harder than it used to be. So much harder than it used to be. They used to be able to do whatever they wanted. Those evil cartoon characters. I mean, whatever. Oh, you know what I got? I got a croissant. I forgot about that. Let's get those out. That's how they look. How they turn out. The Canadian version of croissants. Looking pretty good. Let's see if they look poisoned inside. Not bad. Ooh. Aged. Well, guys, we're listening to another goddamn commercial. What is this? About a woman. Brought to you by Kellogg's, apparently. I can't make my stream work. I don't even know if I'm streaming right now. I'm probably not. The powers that be don't like me cooking breakfast. I feel like it's on, but it's not. Let me do a full, like... Let's bring up another browser. See if we can get a whole browser. It says I'm live. Didn't get the thumbnail put up. Alright, high quality ingredients. This will be about the 8th fucking commercial. Brought to you by Stonyfield. Stonyfield, yeah, no harmful pesticides. Good. And just a spinny wheel of doom. There it is. I'm back. Don't see any chats. Says 4 people are watching, which is amazing. Thanks for watching. Watch me eat my runny eggs. So yeah. Don't believe what you see. Only believe what they tell you. It's just like, what the fuck is happening? I'm not trying to get all political and shit, but it's just like, can we just like maybe lower the prices of some shit and like stop killing people so much? Like, I watched a video the other day. It was pretty interesting. It was a video about a guy that makes his video series about towns and their history, and then he tries to figure out what's going on. And I watched a video on that. May or may not be the town that I live in, but anyways. They were going through showing like the architecture and the stuff from like the turn of the century. I used to build these big stone buildings, and they town after 50 years. And the guy was like, "Who the hell can afford to do this?" Because at the time there was like 30,000 people in this town. It's like, how could they afford to build a building, like a 5-story building out of stone, and then just tear it down for no reason? I was trying to think about it. I was like, yeah, how could they afford to do that? And then it dawned on me. Back in the good old days, like essentially pre-World War II, we didn't have a military industrial. There wasn't like this big siphon of tax-based money nationwide just getting sucked out of the economy, like, to never be seen again. Like, I don't know where it goes. It goes somewhere, and I'm not talking like big money, like hundreds of millions. I'm talking like trillions, dude. Like, I'm not an encyclopedia, but I can tell you that I remember back in the good old days, the Defense Department gave a press conference one day in September. It was September 10th, in fact, that the department gave a press conference. The guy giving the speech was Donald Rumsfeld. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He was just giving like a budgetary update about spending. Pretty straightforward stuff. And by the end of the speech, basically what he conveyed to the American public is they lost $2 point something trillion. They really didn't know where it went. $2 trillion had just disappeared, but then unfortunately the very next evil terrorist attack on September 11th, and then no one ever talked about that really ever again. It's more important shit to talk about. And then I think, if I remember right, because there was multiple locations that got attacked that day, which is, American tragedy. I think one of the locations just happened to be the budgetary office of the Pentagon, where they kept the pieces of paper that talked about all that missing money. I think it's just gone forever, never to be figured out again. Kind of weird. I was like, well, maybe that's why we don't have like these nice built buildings, these nice roads, because a couple $1 trillion can disappear and not go into making roads or building. But you can build a lot of nice roads for a few $1 trillion. And I think that's what's happening. I think unfortunately there's a skimming going on. And they got to skim from someplace, and what they're skimming from is where like regular people hang out and enjoy, on the road, in the park. Not saying we don't have roads and parks, we do, but like not like we used to. They used to do some crazy shit. Like absolutely crazy stuff. They used to build crazy buildings, and the architecture was like very ornate and like lots of labor. And then they'd be like, let's just tear that down and build another one. It's like, whoa, what? We're doing what? And now the buildings they build, like a strip mall, you know, like a store. It's just like, I don't know how you describe it. What's bitter, just basic box, like nothing crazy at all, with like maybe like a little bit of a stucco front, dude. Like, it's pretty wild, man. Like, pretty wild stuff. And I think that's what's going on. I think that all that little bit of extra money that used to get spread around to make everything a little bit nicer is being skimmed off, and then we're just left with enough to just get. We still have the stuff, but it's not. There's no extra. There's no like. No amazing. It's just like there's your standalone Starbucks, just metal studs and a facade, a flat roof, leaning towards the back, draining the back. And that's normal. That's just what we do now. It's like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Whatever. That's fine. The thing I just think about is like, what's it going to be like? Because like, the funny thing about time, it never stops, right? It just keeps going. Like, way after I'm expired, there's still going to be stuff going on. And I'm like, well, in 2024, and I'll freely admit, I don't live in the part of the country where potentially the students are underserved due to the lack of, like, I live in the part of the country where, like, people are supposed to be getting a decent education and understanding shit. Where the institutional racism is such that, like, everyone should be certain getting their extra advantages in life, I guess, is how it works. But yeah, I got people who can't count to 12 in the checkout line. I don't think that's the thing that's happening. It's just across the board. I think everybody's just getting dumbed down. It's just wild, man. It's just like all this fake outrage over the stupidest shit doesn't even matter. Oh, this is outrageous. I need to focus a lot of my time and efforts on this thing that doesn't even make two shits difference. I don't have time for the real injustices of the world. I got to worry about these other injustices that are like being proclaimed on the magical screen that I need to get upset about. I need to learn about these injustices. They're very real. It's like, what? What are we doing? We're waiting for the box to tell us what to get mad about? I think there's enough shit. I don't have to have the magic box tell you. I mean, whatever. It's fine. It's all going to work out. Let's turn the old camera around. I usually go for an hour. Me bitching about shit I can't control. Here we go. Oh, bunch of voyeur-ass weirdos looking at my cabinets. What's wrong with you? Oh, he's got an American flag on his hat. Must mean he hates America. Or he loves America too much. It's like a pre-worn out hat. It's the funniest shit ever. Can you imagine? Go back in history. I'm not sure how far back. Sit at the boardroom of the whatever the hell company that it is, the group, the consortium that makes things, the hat consortium. We need to come up with a new product. What's it gonna? Let's sell worn out hats. Nobody's gonna buy a worn hat. Oh, new worn out hats. There you go. We'll take new hats, we'll wear them out, then we'll sell them. That's what. See this? It's pre-worn out. they pre-rubbed it, so it's worn out. It's like, now I don't know if you've ever owned a hat long enough to wear a hat out. When you wear a hat out, you don't get 3 spots on the front that look like that wearing a hat out. I mean, I got a couple worn out hats around. That's not what a worn out hat looks like. And if like, if you're into that look, you know what you do? You buy a hat and you wear it out. Like, but they sell worn out pants and shirts. Just like, is that peak consumerism at that point? It's like, well, we sold the new hats so we can think of, what do we get? We need a new market. What's it going to be? Oh, I know. Worn out hat market. There's no one in that space. Genius right there. Genius. I got an idea. Let's sell, but don't sell old worn out. That's called used. They sell that shit at the Goodwill. That market's already got, we got a new market. New worn out. I was like, okay. Is there old new? Old new stock, there's that. I don't even understand it. And when someone gives me a gift, I say thank you and I take it, but I'm thinking to myself, I would have much rather had a not worn out hat, brand new, like maybe it was on sale because it was a worn out hat. Whatever, that's fine. Made that harder shit out. That's it's not a hard thing to do. Whatever. I feel like I need to do something. I need to do laundry because my laundry pile is getting vast. I have a vast laundry pile. So we're a little long. I'm not even sure what this is about. Just, it's gonna get better any day now. Trust me. Peace. Have a good week. Because of a holiday. Yay, holiday. We get one holiday. Whatever. Stay safe. Try to get your recycling picked up. I'm sure there was other shit I was supposed to talk about, but I didn't. All right. Peace. I'm out.